Same as what? Stay tuned for that.
And then we have Muhsin Banna from the Pakistan Relief Efforts, Pakistan Association Dubai, to tell us how we can support.
100%. Now, good morning to everyone. Simran is still feeling a little bit unwell today, so we're back with Shahir, who, as always, no offense.
What?
No offense.
Offended already.
Came in with a little bit of drama this morning.
Well, was it? I didn't cause the drama. I was fine. I woke up in such a good mood, but then there was a kidding in my building.
See? Told you.
My vibe was killed first thing in the morning. I was playing music, listening to the Moxies, this new band I discovered overnight. And then my neighbor knocks on the door and says, "Hey, the whole corridor can hear your music." And I was like, "You're welcome." It's German. Like, who's being dramatic now? The whole corridor?
Sorry. You were blasting music.
Yeah, the Moxies.
At what time? Sorry, I discovered it. At what time?
7:15 a.m.
And your neighbor came. Interesting. Okay.
Yeah.
How often have you had relations with relations? How well do you know your neighbor?
I've met him and his partner once in the lift, and then saw them 2 other times.
Have you ever had noise complaints before?
Not in this country.
Was he polite about it?
Yeah, he was so polite, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry."
Honestly, I think there's like how frustrating it is when your neighbor is making noise, right?
Yeah.
And you kind of have to be very human about these things. And to come to your door politely, I think it's nice.
Yeah, well, you don't need to make me feel worse than I already do. So the thing is...
Well, you weren't feeling bad. You were loving your life. You were discovering music. You were blasting it out. It was the morning.
The Moxies are great. You should listen to them. But, so this is what happens. I play music every single morning. First thing in the morning. First thing I do, switch on the thing. But I typically had a portable speaker, but I bought like a massive stereo thing now because I have a record player. And I was like, well, no one's complained for the last 2 weeks, so I guess it's not that loud. But I guess they've been enduring this for the last 2 weeks.
They've been enduring it. So this is actually, I actually think your neighbor, nice man, did what he should do. When you hear a neighbor once, you kind of let them away with it. For example, I'm a solid neighbor, I think. I don't make that much noise. So if I happen to have a party one Friday night, I'd expect to get away with it as long as it wasn't wild. If you're doing that a consistent period, i.e., you have your party one morning, the Shahir solo party, but you've been doing it consistently for 2 weeks. You don't know what hours they're working. There's hours that noise is allowed, and there's hours that noise is not allowed.
Yeah.
And you've been doing it too consistently with a loudspeaker that's probably bomb into their room. So I get it.
I think it's the bass in the speakers. So once again, it's technology and not me.
Do you think Shahir's neighbor did the right thing by knocking on his door at 7 a.m.? I do.
All the comments say... Simran, love this. Simran, oh, wrong camera. Simran, have my back, please.
Good morning, guys. We love you all tuning in. By the way, someone's saying loyal viewer here. Her name is Anime. My sister's name is Anime. It's such a rare name. So good morning, Anime. Thank you so much for tuning in. She chooses too. Annoying neighbor sounds. I think that's a whole topic for another day because I just want to say I think you're being annoying.
Wow. Hit me where it hurts. What type of neighbor are you?
Quiet.
Sure, I bet. I bet.
I'm just giving you my opinion.
Okay.
Let's not dissect my living habits this morning. There's not enough time in the world. But
thank you, Demonarazi. I can't. It went past. Someone feels me and someone knows I'm right.
I feel you.
Yeah.
It's a no. If you want to blast music, there's certain hours. Every building has their rules. So, for example, usually I used to live in Springs, and there was rules for when the mowers were allowed in the gardens.
Yeah.
So, like, depending on the day, and now it's changed because the weekend had changed, but it was like 9 till 6. You're allowed like loud noises.
Yeah. Also, like legally, construction can't happen after 6 o'clock for the exact same reason. Yeah. So
neither can boomboxes. Okay, moving into our top story today. Our next stop, the moon, the UAE Moon Mission Looms. Guys, we are getting so close. The rover has officially cleared all required tests, bringing the first Arab mission to the lunar surface one step closer. Of course, it was His Highness Sheikh Hamdan bin Mohammed bin Rashid Al Maktoum, Crown Prince of Dubai, who tweeted the exciting updates yesterday. He said, "We thank the team at Mohammed bin Rashid Space Centre for their efforts in developing the Rashid rover, the UAE's first mission to the moon. So the rover has officially cleared all required tests, and our next stop is the moon.
So exciting. So keep your eyes peeled. The mission is expected, the launch window for the mission is between November 9th and 15th, and will take off from Kennedy Space Center in Florida, aboard a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket. I can't see from here.
How cool. One step closer. We're going to have the first ever lunar mission to the moon. And I love Rashid. Like, we keep seeing the little videos. I feel like there's like a personality attached to this moon rover. He's curious. He's ambitious. He's driven. He's innovative. He's like Dubai. He's going to the moon. I love it.
I want to go to the moon.
With Rashid.
With anyone. But it's exciting. Like, it's literally one step for man, and one step for
mankind.
Exactly.
One small step for man, one small role for Rashid, because I think he's on wheels.
Yeah.
And one great step for the UAE and the Arab region as a whole.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
You said it. You got us there.
Would you do it?
Go to the moon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Would you go to space in general? You know how like Pete Davidson had it would be an 11-minute trip for him to go to space and come back. Would you do that?
Yeah.
Really?
Would I get on to Elon Musk's rocket that billionaires are paying a lot of money for? 100%. How could you not? Like, even if there are risks involved, which there aren't that many, the views, amazing. 100% I would go.
The Instagram story.
I'd love to feel, yeah, you're up your phone. I'd love to feel, and I'm sure you can do it anyway, but like zero gravity in space. But can you feel that? I don't know. I'd love to put on a spacesuit. And I love institution food. Like, I love food in tins. Yeah. So I'm already thinking about the meals up in space. I bet they're good.
My brother would love that. My brother loves like the little economy meals.
Yeah, love them too.
Yeah. But
Would you go?
No, definitely not. I love myself way too much to put myself at that much of a risk.
What risk?
I don't know. Being in outer space, dealing with the rest of the universe. I don't know. I'm way too anxious to drive outside of Dubai, let alone
drive outside of Dubai.
It's a lot.
You know, sometimes you just look up at the stars and how the world is so big and we're so teeny tiny. So to be able to go up and look down at everyone, that's what I want to do.
I feel like just astral projection's the way forward. I'll leave it at that.
I don't even know what that means.
It's like when you meditate. I don't know. It's like when your body, the outer body experience. I don't know, this is like something spiritual.
Yeah, but that's like a meditation.
Yeah, that's good enough.
Level that you need to achieve.
I'm fine with that.
Not bothered. Put me on spaceship. Send me up.
I'm good. Okay, so moving on to the next story. Speaking of vehicles, so there's a crackdown on reckless drivers in Dubai. So the Dubai police has confiscated 33 vehicles in different areas in the Emirates for committing serious traffic violations, including drifting and racing in unauthorized places and driving recklessly in a way that poses danger to themselves or the lives of others.
So Major General Saif Muhair Al-Marzoui, Director of the General Department of Traffic Dubai Police, he said the crackdown on unruly drivers was launched in response to reports that they had received from a number of residents. So you guys have been complaining, you've been reporting about reckless drivers committing severe traffic violations and driving in the opposite direction of traffic in different roads, including Jebel Ali, Lahab Road, Jumeirah Road, and First Al Khail Road. So this is happening a lot in these areas specifically.
Not cool, guys. So he called on the motorists to abide by traffic laws, pointing out that there are designated places for car drifters where these stunts can be performed, not on like regular streets.
Exactly. And he also urged, by the way, the public, as you're already doing, to report violations, reckless behaviours and traffic violations to the police on the We Are All Police programme, which is via the Dubai Police app or calling the Dubai Police call centre on 901 because we are police. Speaking of annoying neighbours, at the beginning of the show,
wow,
noisy neighbours, there are specific places. If you live in Dubai, you can always hear, I know we get a lot of reports, if on JBR, you can hear the revving of the engines.
Yeah.
And that's just one thing, but actually what they're talking here is kind of like joyrider stunts when they're driving in the opposite direction, like really, really dangerous behaviour. So there's been 33 arrests made, crackdowns are happening, and if it's happening in your area that we haven't mentioned, you can report it on the app because no one wants to live with that nearby.
Not cool. Literally not cool. You're posing a danger to your life, like your life and the life of others. might as well go to space if you want to take that much of a risk. No, but like, I remember my teacher once, we were really young, and it's almost part of like the GCC culture when you grow up as an Arab kid to like explore cars and wanting to drive and quad biking and ATVing, you know, it's something that is instilled in us as Arabs, I guess. But we had an issue in our school with people driving without licenses, and our Arabic teacher showed us this video of this kid who stole his dad's car and ended up crashing it. And it just went very dark, that video, but like that instilled something in my head to this day, like nothing's worth risking your life over. And why are you driving on the other side of the street? Like, what pleasure? You're gonna get caught anyway, so was it worth it?
Point. Also, on that, I remember videos growing up and they would shock the Irish nation because of how tragic and I guess gruesome they were. For example, it was more of a drinking and drive message to the public, never do it. And, you know, the soundtrack would hit you and, you know, you would see like a really young guy and a really young girl kind of going out, living their best lives, and then just like a little bit of reckless driving on the road. And then you would just be, you know, hit by the next scene, and it was gruesome and it was scary and it was shocking. But the whole country would talk about it because these ads were rare, but they stuck a chord with you, and it kind of sent the message like, it looks fun for a second, but it could take your life.
Exactly. A few seconds of fun, if that, would it literally is costing your whole life. It's insane. And the fact that that video stuck with you and those videos stuck with me,
that's
like,
what I was thinking.
Good on those ads, I guess, you know, because it literally does put it in your brain like, hey, better safe than sorry. Not worth risking my life over. And
there does seem to be, and Dubai police have reported this, so I'm not just doing a massive general stereotype. I'm not being a massive. There is it's more young male drivers who tend to be part of these arrests.
Yeah.
So spread the message. It's not worth it. Also, moving on from cars to flying cars. We're still talking about the flying car release of GITEX. By the way, there's a couple of hundred flying car companies that have huge investment in this industry. So it's not just the Zeng Aeroft, which we're going to talk about. There's a lot of companies doing it. And we want to talk about how much it's actually going to cost you to own one and if you're going to be able to. So a little bit of a recap. The Zeng Aeroft was unveiled its electric flying car GITEX, a low-altitude air mobility explorer that's dubbed the world's safest electronic flying car. That was dropped at GITEX Global this week. As we know, GITEX Global has 5,000 exhibitors. It's pretty cool. This car in specific, it's fuel efficient. It can reach speeds of 130 kilometers per hour, and it has a total of 35-minute flight time.
So insane. I just, with today's show theme of cars.
Why are you so nervous about everything? She was like, I don't like change.
I don't like vehicles to begin with, if I'm being very, very honest.
You don't like vehicles? You have a nice little vehicle outside the door? Nice little Sayara?
My cute little Sayara, but that's not the point. Like, it's, I don't know. Again, with machines, I just don't know how I feel about it. So, Dr. Brian Gu, Vice Chairman and President of how do you pronounce it? Xpeng. Okay, said that first and foremost, the company is ensuring the capability of the aircraft, followed by safety and consumer compliance. Once these are a reality, it will be a high-ticket item, with Gu estimating that the price of the flying cars will be within the luxury automobile sphere, such as Ferraris, Rolls-Royces, and Bentleys, according to Khadij Times.
So, we are seeing the first ever video, if you're watching on Facebook beside us, of a flying car in Dubai. This is the Xpeng's first public flight in the UAE. We saw it, but it's like, when is it going to be a reality? Because I feel like we have been talking about flying taxis for quite some time. They're saying that all of the companies vying for this space in the market are aiming to reach market by 2025, which is amazing. However, will I be in one by 2025? Will you be?
Will I be in one by 2050?
2050, as soon as they start, I guess the regulation, as you mentioned there, First of all, of course, it's ensuring the capability of the aircraft. First, that needs to work. Then they need to make sure its safety and the regulation and the ecosystem of the city is good to go. Then customer compliance. So there's a lot of things that need to get in line before. But even when that's all in line, can you afford one?
Most certainly not.
Can you? It looks like we cannot just yet.
But like, cars were expensive like 50 years ago, right? Or like 100 years ago even. Like they did cost significantly more. Even like supercomputers, at a point they were like $300,000 and now they're like $3,000 for a really, really, really nice one. So it's just a matter of time until it does fit into like our everyday life and it is easy access for the consumers. Still wouldn't drive one.
So your reticence to get into one of these flying taxis, can you imagine? So someone give me a year when the first car came out. I don't know. Everyone was on horses.
Yeah.
And then Mr. Ford in the States came around with his big, huge car. And you're sitting on your horse and you're like, I like the horse.
Yeah.
That's you right now.
I'm happy with my horse. I'm happy with the
with
giddy up situation. Yeah, exactly. Like at least you knew horses were reliable for the most part. You know?
Well, I would say a car would be safer to get you from A to B than a horse.
Okay, let's say 10 years, this is like super adaptable, the whole like flying car situation, right? Like it's actually a part of our lives. Would you get one? If you could afford it.
Obviously.
Really?
Why not?
Well, that's a second license. Like, it's effort.
100%. A, it's fuel efficient.
Good point.
Probably skipping traffic if I'm one of the first people to own one.
Point.
Less money on petrol, I guess, fuel efficient.
You're right.
Charged up outside the door, looks cool. It's only got 2 seats, so I don't have annoying people being like, do you need a lift?
Yeah.
It's only got 2 seats in my handbag,
Simran, you heard that? I know you're watching.
Simran, I love you. So yes, 100%. And I would be more inclined, if I had $1 million, I would be more inclined to purchase one of these right now.
Yeah. Really?
Than going into space. No, I'd take space still.
No, I'll take the car. For sure, the car over space.
No, I'd go to space. I think in the grand scheme of things, what's more rare, going to space or going into one of these cars and flying?
Yeah, but what's a realistic investment? Space is going to last however long you go there for, but this car...
But what's more important, memories of a lifetime or an investment? Memories of a lifetime. Ali's saying investment. Of course you would. Everyone else is going to say investment. I think just going into space because it's so rare and...
I don't know.
Life opportunity of a lifetime.
Yeah, but then who cares? So you've been to space. What did you see? What was the experience like? Was it fun?
Looked like my computer screen.
Exactly. Like, there's not much to it, You're out in space, then what?
I disagree. I think it's cool going to space.
You can see the stars on YouTube.
If anyone would like to send Mohammed Rashid Space Center you this week, I'm all available. Okay, it's 8:55. We have a cool interview coming up. We're talking about the Pakistan relief efforts. They're ongoing and how you can donate. But before we get there, we had a really fun quiz yesterday. I put Shahir and Avi to the test. It's the Growth Outlook quiz with Standard Chartered. Stay tuned. Welcome back to Lovin Dubai Show. We live in the city of dreams. It's a city that sells a big dream and we are hustling to make sure we can achieve ours. To get there, we need to understand the 101 of economics and money. So I'm challenging Amy, Shahir and you, testing your knowledge of the growth outlook with Standard Chartered. Buzz is at the ready. Guys, how are we feeling?
I got this.
Oh, that's horrible.
Not confident. I think I've forgotten all my A-level economics when it's really upsetting after this to say that I did A-level economics.
Okay, well, let's see. First of all, let's test out the buzzer.
Yep.
Working.
Seems to be working.
Okay, this is a game called Master Your Money, the Growth Outlook with Standard Chartered. I'm going to do 6 true or false questions. First person to buzz gets to answer.
Okay. Hands behind the desk. Is that...
Can we cheat?
Hands behind the desk, Amy.
Okay.
This team, they'll get anything past you. Question number 1. True or false?
Okay, true, okay.
Question number 1, true or false? The MENA region outperforms the global growth average in 2022.
True.
Correct! The MENA region will outperform the global growth average in 2022. 1 point, Miss Amy Jones.
How does that feel?
Not good.
Jumping into number 2.
Just make it a little even.
MENA growth is forecasted to be 8% in 2022.
False.
can you continue with your answer?
I think it's going to be higher. Lower.
I think it's going to
So-
be lower personally. 8% seems high.
8% is high, but I just thought we're doing great, so why not go higher?
We're going to give the point to Shahir.
What? He did.
The answer was false, and you got it incorrect. The
Oh.
MENA region growth is forecasted to be 5.5% in 2022, which is actually quite fantastic.
I was going to say 5%.
Just take the point. Just
I
take
was
the
going to
point.
say, that's definitely not the case.
Going into question 3, we have a tie. Question 3. Saudi's annual GDP is forecast to be 9% for the year 2022.
False. It's true.
True. Saudi's annual GDP is forecast to be 9% for year 2022.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah, I was basically off me saying earlier that 8% was high. I'm like, okay.
Saudi's doing very well. Amy, as we go into it, you are 2-1, and you thought you were not confident in the way in.
Yes. Obviously, I read a newspaper occasionally and learn about economics all the time.
Okay, guys, question 4. True or false? There will be a slowdown of economic growth in 2023 because tourism has declined.
Oh, do you know what?
True?
False.
Really?
Well, obviously, because tourism hasn't declined in here. Tourism's grown. Look at the amount of people that are like here now.
You know what? You have a good point.
Well, it's false because there will be a soft slowdown of economic growth in 2023 because oil exporting economies are nearing full oil production capacity.
Well, obviously, I was going to say that as well.
Yep.
So, by de facto, Amy gets another point. 3-1.
I'm still going to take it. I'm still going to take it.
Shahir, you need this to stay in the game.
No way. Oh, okay. Well.
I'll tell you what, hands behind my back. Like, yeah.
Question number 5. Economic growth measures the increase in nominal income.
That's false.
This is all for you.
Because GDP is the entire country's, the money that the entire country makes, which includes also people's nominal growth.
Pretty much. Economic growth measures income in a country's output. Congratulations.
He read the cards before.
No, he didn't. I have been guarding these in my life, Amy.
And this is why he
Let's
got
not
that.
stoop to those levels.
You're welcome.
GDP.
Okay. 3 points to Miss Amy Jones, 2 to Shahir.
Okay.
Final question. True or false? A defining characteristic of long-run economic growth is rising productivity.
I don't know the answer.
Yeah.
Can you repeat the question?
No! You buzzed!
Can you repeat the question? True.
We have a winner, Miss Amy Jones.
Oh my god!
The answer is true. A defining characteristic of long-run economic growth is rising productivity. More productivity, more economic growth. Amy Jones, incredible. That was Master Your Money, the growth outlook. How do you feel?
I feel like I've learnt something today.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. I'm proud of me too. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, do you want to shake on it?
Not really.
Okay.
No, I'll be a good sport.
Thank you. Proud of you.
Okay, guys, here from Carla Slim, Director and Economist of MENAP Regional Research at Standard Chartered Bank, as she explores the growth outlook. Middle East and North Africa Talks by Standard Chartered. Also, don't forget to follow Standard Chartered on Instagram for all of the tips and tricks you need at Standard Chartered UAE.
Looking ahead in the year, we think that the MENA region will outperform the global average. We think there will be a soft slowdown in MENA economic growth because oil exporting economies, oil producing economies are nearing full capacity in terms of oil production, and so oil sector growth is set to slow by 2023.
Welcome back to Lovin Dubai Show. Over 33 million people in Pakistan are still suffering as the floods continue to devastate the lives of its citizens and residents. To tell us how we can take part and make a difference, we're joined by Muhsin Banna, who's the General Secretary of Pakistan Association Dubai. They are doing amazing things in terms of getting donations to Pakistan where they need it most. Welcome to the show.
Thank you. Thank you, Casey.
Welcome to the show, Muhsin. Thank you so much for joining us. Everyone's aware of what's happening in Pakistan, but can you just give an overview of what's actually really going on and what's caused it?
Yeah, it's the after 2010, it's probably and some people think that it's even bigger than the 2010 episode of floods in Pakistan. So it's massive devastation. About 33 million people have been impacted. 1,500 lives have been lost. Most of the areas are in South Punjab, Sindh, Balochistan, and part of KPK. So just to give you a perspective, this in number sounds a very high number, but that's about one in fifth every Pakistani is in a way impacted by the floods. So and significant impact. A lot of these areas where the economy was agriculture-based economy. So about 90% of crops and hundreds and thousands of livestock have been destroyed as part of the and then the local infrastructures in terms of the bridges, water reservoirs, they have been all damaged, and in a lot of areas, since it's already been a month, more than a month, this really started early August or mid August. So a lot of areas are still inaccessible. So and the impact has been huge. And one thing I'll really want to call out here is in terms of the Pakistan's contribution in the global warming, it's been very small. People cite it as at UN and other forums about 0.3% of the global contribution. But still, the impact that some of these countries, including Pakistan, are facing is disproportionate. So,
wow, you mentioned there that it's been a month since kind of, I guess, peak flooding, and areas are still inaccessible, because what we see is sometimes news will hit the headlines, it's global attention, and then it just kind of trickles down and it stops. So what are, in terms of relief efforts going over to Pakistan at the moment, what's needed and what can people do to help?
It's at this stage, it's the urgent emergency relief. And in this regard, I think the UAE in general and in the Dubai residents, they have really come forward. So Pakistan Association Dubai as a community organization has been working to facilitate this since mid August. So we partnered with the Darul Bir Society to get a legal umbrella to collect the charity both in cash and in kind. To support the flood relief activities. So we started this drive, after the relevant approvals and alignment with the authorities, start of September. So there has been overwhelming response from not just the Pakistani communities, smaller communities, overall Dubai residents, from all walks of life have been turning up. And what we've really been focusing on is the emergency relief at this point in time. So that mainly covers around the food, dry rations, mainly that can easily be transported. And it doesn't require a lot of effort to use that or consume that food, and then also some sort of a shelter. So in terms of tents, tarpaulins, and clothings, and then things around that. The household items. Mosquito nets, for example, it's definitely a need. People out there, and with water dispersed around, there is risk of greater healthcare issues as well following this. So we've mainly been focusing around that. And so far we have about 12 containers, 40 feet containers, about 360 tons of goods being dispatched already.
Which is just amazing, by the way. So congratulations on all the hard work that you've been doing to make this happen.
Thank you very much. And I think the credit goes to the community, as I said. We have been and the authorities in UAE who have provided us all a platform, to march our forces around that. So that's and then we have also been working to collect the in cash contributions. That is again, as I said, in partnership with Darul Bir Society. So that can be done at through our website or directly on Darul Bir's website. So if you go to www.pad.ae, right in the front you see the link to the online link to contribute, and that's through the Darul Bir Society. And then there is also provision to contribute through the telecom providers. All the numbers are there on the website, and that makes it really easy to be part of the mission. And then all the relief activities are happening on our premises. It's besides the contributions, I think probably the even bigger or equally important impact has been the volunteering side of it. So we have, when this started, we knew that this will run for some time, and we would need support of human resources.
But just to question you there, you're saying when this started, like you had to call in Darul Bir because you've never had something on this scale before. How do you manage something of this scale? It's unprecedented, it's tragic and it's scary, but how are you managing such a huge level of commitment from the volunteers and all of these donations coming in? How did you make that process happen?
Yeah, I think we've been lucky to have those alliances and bit of experiences in the past as well. So as a community organization, one of our landmark projects in the last couple of years has been Pakistan Medical Center, which is a not-for-profit organization, healthcare organization. So anyone who can, just to give you a summary, I'll focus more back on the floods. Anyone who cannot afford healthcare, they can walk in Pakistan Medical Center, which is within Pakistan Association Dubai, and your health needs, whatever we can offer, will be done. And in that, we formed a lot of alliances and partnership, and Darul Bir Society has been one. So, and then in terms of the floods, we had, we were very active in 2010 floods back in Pakistan. Recent floods situation in other parts, let's say in India as well. We partnered with the local community organizations here and supported that, and the earthquake back in 2005 in Pakistan, and more recently, in COVID-19 impact, the UAE's drive to response to COVID-19. Our volunteers and our team have been doing something similar, but this is unprecedented. And to your point, but those experiences have really helped us, and those alliances have really helped us to build towards this. So we've used those expertise, but the key thing specifically to volunteering has been, as soon as this happened, we launched a volunteering campaign. In a day or two, we had 400 volunteers, joining up the relief activities, and it was, we had to really shut down that platform, so because we could not accommodate more.
That just goes to show the incredible community that's here in Dubai.
That's
absolutely
UAE for you.
Absolutely.
So how can people volunteer? Are there age requirements? A lot of people are working throughout the day and maybe might think that that's the only time they can take part. But you guys are working 12 hours a day and on weekends as well, right?
Absolutely. So it's the volunteering. Anyone can reach out to us on our numbers or through our social media platforms. There are also, what we have seen rise to, that off late the corporates or communities, they sort of join hand. They request a day where they want to do a part of the day or the full day activities on packaging, or they bring up stuff along, and they want to volunteers for certain hours. So a lot of that is happening as well. In terms of the requirements, we prefer having adults who can, because it can be a bit demanding, physically demanding. But having said that, there has been days allotted to kids. We have had our youth forum very active. So and then we last Saturday we did we have a ladies forum. So there a lot of it was exclusively ladies day along with the kids. So it was quite successful in a way that we had over 100 individuals joining up. Ladies and the kids, and then helping with these volunteering activities. And another thing to call out is, when we send out a container, usually that's done after 10 p.m. The permits are around that because of the parking and all regulations around the area that we are based in. And then the relief, that process starts at after 10 p.m. and then goes up to 3 a.m., 4 a.m. And we will have volunteers. You know, this has happened on the weekdays and the weekends. And there will be people there, you know, helping all through night.
This is amazing. Volunteers working, and also you and your team are working 12 hours a day, 9 a.m. To 9 p.m. non-stop. And yes, it's not in our news anymore, it's not in the headlines, but the efforts are still needed and they're still ongoing. We have very short amount of time left. I just want to quickly stamp on the number of donations. You mentioned before the show, you have kind of a donation target that you're aiming to reach. And with your guys' help, we will reach it. So what is the aim, and quickly how people can get in touch with you if they want to help?
Our initial target has been about 1 million dirhams. We have almost done with the 90%, over 90% of that. So we're getting there. In terms of the relief goods, we have, as I mentioned, it's about 12 containers have been sent already to Pakistan.
That's amazing.
And that's about 360 tons of relief goods. So we will continue to do that. We plan to do it for the next 3 months, or including since the start to 3 months. So let's say till end of December at the minimum. So and sky is the limit in this, because the need is I would say it's significant.
And very quickly, so this was Muhsin Banna, the General Secretary of the Pakistan Association Dubai. Where are you located if people want to drop in some goods?
Yeah, we are based in Oud Mehta, quite central, you know, quite accessible across, and you know, easily can be found on Google Maps. And then, you know, just another thing, you know, if there are a group of people planning or corporates, you know, we have had so far 4 universities, 20 schools, and about 60 corporates, you know, doing this. So it can be done. Reach out to us. We will help guide through that, and then it's a process of doing it in your premises, something, and then, you know, we can agree on the mechanism to help around the logistics, and it can be moved to Pakistan Association Dubai.
Many hands make light work. Okay, thank you so much for your time. We really appreciate it. We know you're very busy, guys. That is it for us on the Lovin Dubai Show. A massive thank you again to you. Goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Thank you.
Hello everyone, it's Hala Bassam from Smashy TV. Are you interested in the latest tech and business news in the region? Then make sure to check out our show Tech Bil Arabi on Smashy TV app and on our website www.smashy.tv. And don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms at Smashy TV. Smashy TV for the driven, the dreamers, and the doers, from Monday to Friday at 10 a.m.